I gotta do. I do whatever the hell I want.
I know.
That's
You're
what
Adam
I'm all
Sandler.
about, man.
You are Adam Sandler.
Who can say no to me?
No one can say no to you.
Just my mama.
Just your mama.
And she does it a lot.
Producer, comedian, actor. He's Hollywood's most renowned funny man. With a career stretching 3 decades so far and a successful production company, Adam Sandler is a household name.
Sandler's so down to earth that he kind of just felt like we had been friends for a long time, you know?
Best known for his roles in Happy Gilmore, The Waterboy, and Grown Ups, Adam Sandler has written some of the most popular comedy films to date.
You just get jittery a couple of days before it comes out, and but we like it. We like it. Hopefully, people will connect with it, and that's why you do it.
He makes me laugh. You know, I mean, we just laugh. We laugh together all the time. We have a great relationship. You know, we just click. Our families get together. We have the same sensibility, and I'm always honored to do stuff with him and want to work with him. So, you know, when he thinks of me to put me in any of his movies, I'm thrilled, and it's great.
Despite fluctuating reviews, his films are always popular with audiences, winning him the most watched Netflix film in 2019 with Murder Mystery.
Well, it's lucky, man. You never know. Sometimes people won't leave you alone, and then all of a sudden you're America or the whole world. It's like, all right, get out of here. We've seen you enough. It's out of your control sometimes. I try to hide out as much as I can.
Sandler has a large filmography of family favorites, feel-good classics that have you laughing throughout. Having just extended a production deal with Netflix, Adam Sandler shows no signs of stopping. And as long as his audience are entertained, the critics' remarks are harmless.
I was a kid. I was growing up. I had an amazing mom. I had an amazing dad, brothers and sisters. My brother and my 2 sisters, all they ever did was make me feel like I'm good at things. And even when I was terrible at things, they were like, "You're so remarkable, Adam. You're great. Anything I did, I sang in the car. What a great singer. You're so funny. You're so..." Just they instilled me with confidence, and for so much so that I thought I could be a pro baseball player until my father said, "You're too slow." But that was when I was 11. Then I had to just go, all right, maybe a comedian. But I love my family very much, and they made it a point. The whole family was always about our family. My parents always made me feel very like there was nothing else but me and my brother and 2 sisters. So
Adam Richard Sandler, born on September 9th, 1966, into a Jewish family. Raised in Manchester, New Hampshire, he quickly earned the reputation as class clown at his high school. His brother, Scott, noticed his talent and encouraged him to perform stand-up at a comedy club in Boston. Motivated to pursue a career in comedy, he attended the Lee Strasberg Theater and Film Institute in New York City after high school. Sandler continued to chase his dreams of show business and attended Tisch School of the Arts, graduating in 1988 with a degree in acting. Adam Sandler's first television appearance was in The Cosby Show in the late 1980s, where he played the role of a friend of the Huxtable family.
Hey, Smitty, come here, man. Just a second, fellas. I'll be right with you. How about I pick you up around 7 o'clock?
Great. I'll be waiting.
Gents, when you see this, you are going to want to kiss me too, but don't. Guess how we're getting to the prom? Our very own limousine. Oh, man, how'd you score that?
Throughout this time, he continued to perform stand-up comedy shows. Although he made his first film debut in 1989 in the film Going Overboard, his stand-up comedy was leading him into the spotlight. This caught the attention of comedian Dennis Miller, who recommended him to the Saturday Night Live team. This led to his employment as a writer for Saturday Night Live in 1990. Soon after, he started making occasional appearances on the show and became a permanent cast member. Sandler was part of the show for 5 years, gaining a large amount of popularity for his juvenile antics. He performed several songs on the show, including the Thanksgiving song and the Hanukkah song, which were loved by audiences.
Elvis fans can't be wrong. Turkey, turkey dee, turkey, turkey dap. I eat the turkey and I take a nap. Thanksgiving is a special night. Jimmy Walker used to say dynamite. That's right. Turkey with the gravy and the cranberry. Can't believe the Mets traded Darryl Strawberry. Turkey for you.
It was during the 1990s that Adam Sandler began receiving real recognition for his films. He starred in the movie Coneheads with friends Chris Farley and David Spade in 1993, and in Airheads with Steve Buscemi and Brendan Fraser in 1994. His successful string of films continued into the late 1990s, and he received much acclaim for his role as an unsuccessful ice hockey player who discovers a passion for golf in the comedy film Happy Gilmore in 1996.
Well, it was an idea that Adam Sandler, who's the star, had with his partner Tim Hurley, and they're both hockey fans, they're both golf fans, and they thought it'd be cool to meld the two together. Blue collar fighting mentality of hockey with the upper crust sort of stage vision of golf, and sort of bring that to golf, punching, cheering.
He followed it up with other comedic roles, such as his role in The Wedding Singer and The Waterboy, his first hit film in 1998.
I want you to visualize all those people that have been mean to you, and then I want you to attack. I want you to visualize and then attack. Can you handle that?
I tried.
Just gonna try.
What's the matter with you, boy? You too stupid to do what your coach tells you?
No. No what?
In 1999, Sandler starred in Big Daddy, which was his highest-grossing film up until 2015.
Just played the part the way I thought I should play it. It's not like I'm changing my whole career. I'm just this one particular movie, I acted a different way. Now what?
Now,
You wear a diaper?
Sonny Koufax is finding out.
Can I have a nightlight?
Nightlight?
Once you adopt a kid,
There you go, all right?
you better give that kid back.
I tried to give him back.
You've got to keep him.
Go back to sleep.
I wet my bed.
All right. Nice and dry. No more wetness.
The fun-loving comedy about a man pulling his life together for the sake of a child was popular with audiences, but received mixed reviews, the beginning of Sandler's battle with the critics.
We read a script that was a good movie, but I didn't think I'd be too good at it. And then we talked to the president of the company, Amy Pascal, and she said that me and my buddy could rewrite it and tailor it more for what I think I could do. And we did it like that. They laid down a nice script up top, and then we kind of did our own comedy with it.
Exciting.
This role won Sandler various awards, including a Blockbuster Entertainment Award for Best Actor and People's Choice Award for Favorite Comedy Motion Picture. This helped establish his iconic comedic character role, which has followed him throughout his career and attracted both positive and negative views from film analysts. Adam Sandler also met his now wife, Jackie, on the set of Big Daddy, and she had a small role playing a waitress. Before the film's release, the pair were already dating. Their relationship continued from strength to strength, and the pair eventually tied the knot in 2003. 1999 also saw Adam Sandler set up his own production company, Happy Madison Productions, off of the success of his previous roles. Happy Madison Productions is based in the Judy Garland building on the Sony Studios lot, Culver City. It also has company offices run by Sandler's brother, Scott, in their hometown of Manchester, New Hampshire. Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo was the first film produced by the company, which was written by Sandler's fellow co-worker at Saturday Night Live, Rob Schneider. Since then, Happy Madison Productions has produced all of Sandler's films, among others. He is involved with all aspects of the production, including rewriting some scripts to suit his favorite comedy flair. Adam Sandler also includes his family in his productions, often making short appearances.
You know I do whatever the hell I want.
I know. You're Adam Sandler. You are Adam Sandler.
Who can say no to me?
No one can say no to you.
Just my mama.
Just your mama.
And she does it a lot.
Although his earliest films didn't receive favorable critical attention, in 2002, his starring role in Punch Drunk Love was a hit with audiences and received positive reviews, granting him a Golden Globe nomination. In 2004, Sandler starred alongside Drew Barrymore for the much-loved romantic comedy 50 First Dates. The film was originally written as a drama, but once Sandler was on board, he rewrote the script into a comedy, adding in jokes and lighthearted moments to the storyline. Despite some negative articles, the film received mostly positive reviews. The early 2000s saw Sandler appear in a variety of films, all receiving mixed reviews from critics. Many critics knock him for producing essentially the same film, just with slightly different characters and plot lines. His style of jokes has been called childish, and many brand him as lazy, knowing what hooks audiences in and being unwilling to change his style of films.
What research did you do for your role?
Zero.
Nothing?
The Sandman would just wake up, show up on the set, they'd throw these tight pants on me. I'd stumble out there drunk, throw a ball, and then they'd put me back in my trailer.
However harsh the critics may be, Sandler's confidence is not knocked by this.
Does it matter what the critics say? Do you care about that?
You know, it doesn't matter that much to me. I know what they're gonna say every movie. They're gonna say they don't like it, so we'll be okay. I believe in my stuff. That's important to me and my friends and people I make the movies for. I like them. That's the good news.
His family life also evolved in this time, with Sandler and his wife Jackie welcoming a daughter Sadie in 2006. In 2008, Adam Sandler produced and starred in You Don't Mess with the Zohan, a comedy about a soldier who fakes his own death to pursue his dreams of becoming a hairstylist in New York City.
My guy is a soldier. He's an Israeli soldier. He's been fighting for many years. He has borderline superpowers as a soldier, and he's just kind of tired of fighting and wants peace in his life and has a secret dream of wanting to cut hair, and he's embarrassed to tell anybody that. So anyways, they won't let him out of the army because they need him too much, and he decides to fake his own death, and he goes over to America and starts cutting hair, and he wants to work with Paul Mitchell, but he can't get a job there, so he starts working at a crappy salon, and the salon is owned by a Palestinian girl, and it's kind of a West Side Story thing. They fall for each other, but they know they can't be together. And
well, I did think that it was out there. But I also kind of laughed and went, wow, you'd be funny doing that. And Adam had this idea about 8 years ago. And I kept quietly cheerleading this, like, you know what you gotta do next? You gotta do an Israeli hairdresser.
So this is all your fault, basically?
Maybe, but then when it came time to really doing it, and, you know, when they wanted me to play the Palestinian cab driver, I was like, you know, I had to work at this one. I didn't really relax for a while, because it's not just getting the accent and speaking, you know, Aramaic. I mean, I had to learn, you know, I had to makeup and everything, and then just be comfortable in it, you know. So it did take some work. That honestly took some work this time. It was fun, but like, you know, Adam got to, you know, go on set like that. For me, it was like 4 hours. He'd come visit me 2 hours into makeup, and I'd go, okay, see you in 2 hours.
I did have an Israeli guy who used to cut my hair, a really nice guy named Yuki. And he used to talk. I used to ask him questions about the Israeli army, and while he was discussing the Israeli army and machine guns and all this stuff, he'd also be combing my hair and fluffing it up and stuff. So I just thought it was funny to see a guy talk about macho things and have to, you know, put conditioner on my head.
Sandler wrote the script in 2000, but after the events of 9/11, the production team decided to wait a while before returning to the project.
Because you do handle incredibly sensitive issues in this film.
Yes, it came to that. You know, I didn't think that all the way through. I called my friends up and said, you know, what do you think of an Israeli commando guy becoming a hairstylist? And we all laughed, and then we were writing the movie. We were like, oh man, we got to talk about a lot of heavy stuff. But we tried to make it as funny as possible, and also the message at the end of the movie's, you know, pretty obvious thing. It would be nice if we got along, but so we knew eventually we were getting to a nice message. It was ugly to get there.
Yeah, some people would say it's not such a good idea to handle such sensitive issues in a comedy format.
Right.
Presumably you disagree.
I guess so. Maybe if I wasn't in it, I'd watch it and go, hey, I hate these guys. But because I'm in it, I'm gonna have to stick up for it.
Did you worry about offending people?
Yeah, I did, but I just thought it was silly enough. It's silly. It's approached in a silly way, and yeah, there's very serious people who lost family to these situations. There's no way they're ever gonna laugh at it. Yeah, it was on my mind, but I just wanted to make light of a situation. Maybe that can be a way to at least talk about it.
You Don't Mess with the Zohan got a pretty weak critical reception, with reviews noting it featured a lot of laughs, but eventually the premise wears thin.
To be people being positive to you about it?
Yeah, but that's usually how it goes. You know, when people walk up to me, they're not gonna jump right on why they can't stand my movies. Usually they're not polite. But I think it's getting, you know, it's. If anyone has a problem with it, that wasn't the intention of it. The intention was to make you laugh, and also, you know, just I don't know, see these Israelis and Palestinians as people, and not just saying the bad guys, people fighting, and blah 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 blah.
The film grossed $38 million on its opening weekend, and Time magazine and the Chicago Sun-Times gave the film 3 out of 4 stars. 2008 also saw the release of Bedtime Stories, starring Adam Sandler in his first real appearance in a family-oriented film. His daughter Sadie made her first on-screen debut in this film, at the tender age of 2.
He gets to know his nephew Niece a lot better. The stories help him just, you know, become a child again. I think he's a little bitter because his dreams aren't coming true, and then it brings back the old stories that his dad used to tell him and that kind of thing.
Adam Sandler's company, Happy Madison Productions, teamed up with Gunn Films and Walt Disney to produce the film.
It's a good time. I like kids. They're usually pretty fun to hang with. They make me feel smarter. I liked Russell Brand was a good guy to hang with. Kerry Russell, a 10, great girl. Nothing wrong with this movie.
Despite receiving generally negative reviews from critics, it was a box office success after earning $212.9 million against its $80 million budget.
Yeah, I think it's a nice little escape. It's a cool movie. It's nice for families, and there's enough jokes in there to make people laugh, and I like it a lot.
Adam and Jackie Sandler also welcomed their second child, Sonny, in 2008.
I love my daddy.
I love you too. You guys are my buddies. I love you more than anything in the world. All right, so, and I just want to say...
I want my daddy.
Okay, yeah. All right, you did good.
In 2010, Adam Sandler, along with his close friends Kevin James, David Spade, Chris Rock, and Rob Schneider, all starred in the family comedy Grown Ups.
Now, you work with a cool group of friends. People work on Saturday Night Live. How important to you is it to work with these people on a regular basis?
They're the only people who actually like me. That's why I stick around with them, and I think they feel the same about me. Not too many people like any of us.
That's not true, really.
No, it's not. We do okay.
His daughter Sadie also appeared in this film, making it apparent that Sandler wanted his children to accompany him on set.
Are there other children as well, or is it just your guys?
I was the only one who was psychotic and have to put my kids in the movie. These guys would say, "Why would I do that?" And I was like,
I said, why would you put them in? He goes, because they're talented.
The film's plot tells a story of 5 lifelong friends who won their high school basketball championship in 1978. They reunite 3 decades later for a 4th of July weekend after learning about the sudden death of their basketball coach.
I just wanted to make a movie about old friends, and I knew that we all were pretty darn tight in real life, that it made sense. So it was about just catching up and seeing that life doesn't change that much.
Despite receiving generally unfavorable reviews from critics, it grossed $271 million and led to a sequel, Grown Ups 2, in 2013. After a mass amount of negative reviews linked with his films, Sandler began becoming choosy about the press interviews he did and which reporters he would speak to, leaving some worried he would be disengaged with his fans. At the beginning of 2011, Adam Sandler was honored with a Hollywood Star on the Walk of Fame for his career, in which his films had grossed more than $3 billion worldwide at that time. On February 1st, 2011, the star was unveiled outside of the W Hotel. Sandler was shocked but honored to receive the star with his close friends Kevin James and co-star from The Waterboy, Henry Winkler.
It is no mistake that we are standing here to celebrate Adam.
Yes, sir.
I met Adam on the phone the first time when I called to say how happy I was to be in the Hanukkah song. And the next time we met was on the set of The Waterboy.
Yes, sir.
But the fact of the matter is that what you don't know is that this man standing here is not just a wonderful son, an incredible husband, a loving father, a producer, a writer, and an actor, and a loyal, loyal friend. He is also dedicated to the people that helped him get here, his fans. We are here on Hollywood Boulevard. We are here where history is made because this man, Adam Sandler, has helped create the history in recent times of Hollywood Boulevard as we know it. He is part of this history. He has made history, and today his star will be cemented for history forever. I am proud to know him. And directly across this is beschert, which is a Yiddish word which means meant to be. I love this man, and my star is directly across the street from his.
Right on, Henry.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to celebrate an unbelievably loving human being, Adam Sandler.
I really, my friends who are here today, I want to thank them so much. They always back me up 100% and make sure I accomplish whatever I set out to do. It's been a nice, just a great ride. I started out, I worked hard as a comedian, then I got on TV, then I got in the movies, and then I've really been getting to do just so many people come out here with the same dreams I had, and somehow I'm getting to do them, and I really appreciate it. And I love you. You want to say something? Say dada? Okay, you'll do it later. So anyways, I want to thank everybody here. Sony Pictures has helped me throughout my whole career too, has backed me up. I thank you to Sony. I think they even bought this star for me, so thank you.
Let's hear it for the man who employs half this town. What do you say, huh? Really, what a list of accomplishments. That was absolutely incredible, really. I got to say, though, a lot of those things you kind of knew about Adam. You knew all the movies he's done and everything. I'd like to share with you maybe a couple things you don't know about Adam. That would be good. Here's one. We not only share a deep friendship and a great working relationship, we also share the same plastic surgeon. Well, now, people need to understand, when your face is your fortune, you do whatever it takes to stay on top. Adam, I want to thank you for introducing me to Dr. Manboobian and all the fine people over at Beverly Hills Rejuvenation. Thank you. That's been a wonderful ride. It's been a wonderful ride. Here are some other tidbits about Adam that you may not know. His middle name is Richard. I think a lot of people actually knew that, right? Did he say that? Did he say that? His middle name is Richard. He's got 2 beautiful daughters. You knew that? Yeah. Oh, here's one. Adam is a huge star. I mean, he is huge. And he's on a first-name basis with people like Sting, Bono, and Oprah. I didn't know this. He created the game show Tic-Tac-Doe. He also created the 5-second rule for when you drop food on the floor but can still eat it. Thank you. Well, if my words fall short, know this. There is no greater tribute I can pay you than the fact that I am wearing slacks. I don't wear slacks for anyone except the people I love and court appearances. Adam, I love you, buddy.
I love you. This is a big deal. I really feel honored. I can't believe this happened in my life. I did come out here when I was very young. I was a kid. I was growing up. I had an amazing mom. I had an amazing dad, brothers and sisters. My brother and my 2 sisters, all they ever did was make me feel like I'm good at things. And even when I was terrible at things, they were like, you're so remarkable, Adam. You're great. Anything I did, I sang in the car. What a great singer. You're so funny. You're so they instilled me with confidence. And for so much so that I thought I could be a pro baseball player until my father said, you're too slow. But that was when I was 11. Then I had to just go, all right, maybe a comedian. But I love my family very much, and they made it a point. The whole family was always about our family. My parents always made me feel very like there was nothing else but me and my brother and 2 sisters. So I just wanted to thank my mom and my father, who's watching down, I'm sure. He'd be very excited about this. I love you. I love you guys. I love you, Val. Love my sister at home, Liz, and Scott, and and all their kids. Tyler, Jared, Victoria, Jillian. They're all smart kids. And I gotta say, one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me coming out to Hollywood and becoming setting out to do what I'm doing. I got to meet my wife. You hear me, my wife? I got to meet my wife, who I love very much. If I wasn't pursuing this career, I wouldn't be out here. I wouldn't have met her. I wouldn't have had these great kids. I wouldn't have felt as good as I feel about my life every day. I do love her very much. I love that my kids are not hearing a word of this.
"2011 had Adam Sandler working with close friend Jennifer Aniston on a film called Just Go With It, a romantic comedy which once again couldn't win over critics but was adored by fans.
I wear this fake wedding ring.
You're a pig.
I,
Just tell her you're getting a divorce.
it's over. We're gonna sign the papers in a couple of days and...
Okay, I just need to hear it from her.
You want to, what do you mean?
I need to meet her.
How about if she texts you? Would that be good?
Cannot believe I'm doing this.
I want to create the illusion I had a hot first wife. Not this.
Okay, come on, let's go. Is that her? Hello, boring.
Why are you wearing that?
I'm just playing the part.
Also in 2011, Sandler starred in Jack and Jill, a comedy film in which he played both starring roles of Jack and his annoying twin sister Jill. Jack and Jill is considered by some critics to be the worst film made by Adam Sandler. However, once again, audiences turned out to see the movie in theaters, earning it $149 million against its $79 million budget. "2012 saw Adam Sandler spend some time off-screen when he voiced a character for the animated film Hotel Transylvania. Sandler also got his youngest daughter, Sunny, a voiceover role in the film.
Now, you always sort of have the same cast of characters, whether it's in your films, now in animated films. What is it about these guys that just makes you always want to work with them, continue to work with them?
They're just fun, they're very funny guys. I just love being around them, and we have a good time together.
And what was the best part of sort of working on this animated film? I know you're not in front of the camera.
Yeah, we worked hard. Me and my friends worked with this guy, Gendy, for about a year and a half or two. It took a lot of our time, but just knowing that my kids were going to have a good time watching, that's all that was exciting to me.
Now, you and Adam are no stranger to working together. What is it about the partnership that continues to make you guys want to collaborate, whether it's on film or these animated projects?
He makes me laugh. We just laugh. We laugh together all the time. We have a great relationship. We just click. Our families get together. We have the same sensibility, and I'm always honored to do stuff with him and want to work with him. So, when he thinks of me to put me in any of his movies, I'm thrilled, and it's great. So you're going to feel comfortable. It's like seeing your family again and working with your family. So you can mess up, you can have fun, you can try stuff.
The children's movie was popular enough to earn 2 more sequels in 2015 and 2018, in which Sandler reprised his role as Count Dracula. This sequel to Sandler's own film, Grown Ups, premiered in 2013, with critics calling it unnecessary. However, at this point in his career, Sandler was used to the negative backlash towards his films and was not fazed by the reports. Sandler's 2014 film, Blended, saw his 3rd collaboration with actress Drew Barrymore. The romantic comedy revolves around Sandler and Barrymore finding themselves together at a holiday resort after an unsuccessful blind date, where the attraction between them grows and their kids benefit from the blooming relationship.
Hello, everybody!
This is pretty cool, Mom. What the fudge is he doing here?
Is this a sick dream?
Do I have a new mommy? Isn't this place fantastic? So romantic.
We are not dating.
My mom is friggin' hot.
Ew, no, not hot.
That's just wrong.
This is so pretty! Wow!
We're out of gas! Start!
Although the film received mainly negative reviews, the positive support from fans earned the movie mixed ratings across platforms and made it a box office success. Based on the amount of films Happy Madison Productions has produced, Adam Sandler was offered a deal with Netflix in 2014 to write and produce films for the streaming platform.
And I want to know why did you decide to have this close relationship with Netflix, and how is working with them?
They've been great to me, and they've been just allowed me to be free creatively, and it was just really close with Ted Sarandos and the whole team. It's an exciting place to be right now for me. They just the enthusiasm is gigantic.
His first Netflix release came in 2015, the Western comedy The Ridiculous Six. Though the movie was panned by the critics, Netflix said that the movie had received an impressive number of views within the first 30 days of its release. Sandler went on to produce 5 more movies for the streaming giant, such as The Do-Over and Sandy Wexler. His film, The Meyerowitz Stories, released in 2017, received positive reviews.
We both had, and Ben and Elizabeth Marvel and everybody in the movie has amazing dialogue. And Noah Baumbach, his other movies are insane. I love them. And then he sent this script, and I think it was unanimous, except for this guy. We had to win him over. We were all pretty blown away with just the story and the words.
From watching what Ben and Noah have done, I was excited no matter what, but because I love those movies. But the fact that he wrote this script and what all our characters did and what the story was, and that was just. That wasn't why I wanted to work with them. The fact that it ended up being this movie was quite a bonus. How great I thought that script was, and getting to see Noah shoot and being a part of it.
You know, they're just such terrific actors, and I think in some ways because they gave over so strongly to both their characters, it creates a kind of intimacy that you feel when you watch the movie. I think it also doesn't hurt that they've known each other a long time and never really worked together. They did a small thing in Happy Gilmore, but that this is their first sort of, you know, movie where they're really both in it for the whole thing. And I think there was something exciting for them too, and I think they saw it as a challenge that they wanted to kind of do great work.
I would say that the dad's.
I'm your character.
I'm whooping you.
You are for sure.
You're definitely getting in the way. You're trying to ruin what I have.
Well, I'm just trying. I mean, I do feel it's interesting. Both characters have their own, you know, things that they need to. I don't know. They have to grow. They both have to grow, right? And you have dedicated yourself to your daughter, but in a way, they're things that you've
Yeah.
What is it?
This deep-gated
or something. Yeah. So I feel like, I mean, you can make money. It doesn't make you a success.
No.
You know, you have to. I think, you know, being content in your life or feeling good about yourself as a person. Or
does anybody really feel that? I got to get to
getting so deep.
Loved it. I mean, me and Ben know each other forever, and it's been a very long time since we worked together. This was great to see him every day and do hard work with him, and we both loved the script so much. We didn't want to let Noah down, but you know, we both feel the same about being with Hoffman. It's an honor, and it's something as a kid you would not believe that one day you'd be making movies with that guy who is one of the best, if not the best.
I mean, Dustin, I'd walk over broken glass to work with any time because we're sort of joined at the hip, and this is our 3rd time, so that was heaven. Adam and Ben were a joy to work with because they were slightly out of their comfort zone. So they were doing serious roles, and I was an outsider and playing an outsider.
The comedy drama was released in select theaters and on Netflix in October of that year, and follows a group of dysfunctional siblings trying to live in the shadow of their father.
Well, the interesting thing, I think, is that we all love each other very much, and we can't stand being with each other.
Yes.
And that's real life.
Yes.
It's what you do is what my sister in the movie says. It's something like, Dad's so mean and blah, 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 and, you know, he never treats you right. Why are you here right now? She's like, it's what you do. It's what you do as a kid, what you do as a parent, even when there's something that's not clicking, it's just, you're always trying to make it work.
Are you Harold Meyerowitz's son, Matthew?
Yes. And this is Danny, also Harold Meyerowitz's son.
I didn't realize he had 2 sons.
And a daughter.
Dad, you'll be okay here.
It'll be nice to spend time with Dad. You know, I didn't get a lot of time with him growing up.
Son of a bitch! Dad,
what the?
This film has a real all-star cast. It's not just you two, it's Emma Thompson, it's Ben Stiller.
Yes.
That must have been just so much fun to film, right?
Yes, but we would have preferred it if it was just us.
They just kept showing up, and I was like, just put a camera on them and let them do their thing. You know. Yeah.
They hadn't worked in a long time.
Yeah.
It was just luck that this guy wrote an amazing movie and handed it to me and said, would you like to be in it? That was the best part of it. I read it and knew it was a great movie, and it was just didn't want to let Noah down, and worked hard, and that's it.
You know, we as we were saying, we all prepared a lot and talked a lot, and you know, as a director, you know, in many ways you see, you know, you're part of your job is to, you know, see the actor and see what they're doing and help guide them. But with the best actors, you know, there's this other thing going on that is out of your control in the best possible way, because they're drawing something from inside them that's a mystery, and it might even be a mystery to them in some way too. But but Adam connected to something very deeply in this guy. You know, it's something we haven't even talked about that much, but I would marvel, you know, throughout the shoot at just how true and unacted it seemed. It was behavior, and it was deep, and that was, it was very moving to me.
When we started the film, and I was, doing stuff with Adam, and also there were things he was doing with other people, but I happened to be on the set, and I observed it. Noah uses the word deep, and I think what that means is, this is my personal feeling, I don't think actors should play parts unless they're in it. Otherwise, it looks like they're performing a part. Oh, well, so-and-so is an asshole, but I'm not an asshole, so I'll just perform an asshole. I'll just get a few people in my head that I know, real people that are assholes, and I'll just do that. I think we have the asshole in us, all of us. And and it's up to us to enlarge on that. And I thought what Adam was doing, because I couldn't put it into words. I agree with Noah that there was something about him that I had not seen before, and I know him, and I'd done another film with him. And I went home and I said to my wife, I think Adam has hit a part of himself in which he would be the person that didn't make it. And that's as close as you can get to the bone. And I thought that's what Adam was doing. That's to hit that, because we all can, you know.
Adam Sandler was especially singled out for praise by critics, which was a breath of fresh air for the actor, considering his past negative reviews. The film was shown at the Cannes Film Festival, but sparked controversy as it was a film made for online streaming and not the big screen.
But it caused a bit of controversy in Cannes, right? The Netflix logo was booed in one of the screenings. Were you surprised by that?
But it wasn't our film.
It took a minute to get used to there. It got some noise the first night, and then the movie was such a great movie, people relaxed, and then ours came up and they were a little calmer with it, and we were glad they calmed down.
We had a 5-minute standing ovation.
Yes.
Yeah. It is a great film.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
I did hear about the standing ovation afterwards, yes.
Say 6 minutes then, it sounds a little...
It was a 6.5-minute standing ovation.
Felt good standing that long. It was good for the calves.
In 2019, Adam Sandler produced Uncut Gems and Murder Mystery for streaming giant Netflix.
You know how that makes me feel?
Never
You think your life is more important than my life?
I don't know who said that.
I told you about how things were gonna go. You like the way things are going now?
That's my family.
Get the kids out of the house.
You having a good time?
Yes.
And this was like a 10-year project. So, but the impetus originally, the original impetus was inspired by our dad's time working in the Diamond District, and you know, those stories that he would tell were always, you'd always kind of like be on the edge of your seat listening to him, like, well, what did you do next? What did you do then? What do you mean they poked your tire? What, you knew they were following you, so you didn't pull over? He's like, I couldn't pull over. They were going to kill me. So it's like the stories were, you know, kept you on the edge, but they were also comedic and ridiculous. Like, they did that. So, and then, you know, then you start doing the research in the Diamond District, and there's this energy there in the Diamond District where it's just, the people have gamble on top of gamble on top of gamble, and there's 7 different things happening at once, and you're trying to pay attention to all, but it's just, it's alive. You know what I mean?
Well, and the kind of myth of this Howard character, you know, was something that, like, it's kind of incredible to see him exist now in this kind of new universe.
So I do think that, but we knew that we wanted to do a thriller. We knew that it was going to be a thriller, and I like the idea of form following function. So if you're going to tell a thriller, it better be thrilling. And how much more thrilling could we have made this movie?
Being Howard Ratner was a good feeling. It was fun going through what he went through and diving in with him and trying to be that guy, and I loved it.
Howard Sandler's such a unique person, and it's great when you meet a star and they are unique. You know what I mean? And he's unique because he's so himself. You know what I mean? And he's so grounded, and he's such a good person, but he's also nuts in the greatest way possible. You know what I mean? He's you know, his humor is amazingly strange, and I loved it. We loved it forever. Since we were little kids, that was the first thing we learned from him, was through his humor. And then, of course, the movies are just these iconic things. But you know, I think that getting to know him on a personal level and see the work that he put into this. Like, there's people who prepare for roles, and there's people who just enter the roles, and he did both at the same time. And that was amazing to see. And I'm you know, in the edit, I would sit there and just watch the close-ups and see all his little micro decisions. And now to just, I watch the movie, and he's just Howard. You know what I mean? He's not Adam Sandler. He's just Howard.
He said something where he's like, because the way we would shoot the film, he didn't know when his close-up was, so he would just be on that level the whole time, you know? Yes, but even in the wides, you know? Even when he wasn't on camera.
Just
that level. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't know. He was just like, what do we shoot now? I was like, don't worry about it.
Murder Mystery saw Sandler reunite with Jennifer Aniston for a comedy drama, which Netflix stated was their most watched film of 2019 on their U.S. platform, and had the biggest opening weekend for a film on their platform.
Twisted my arm, barely, not even a little bit. It's just, how do you say no to that? He says please, and you say yes.
You're gonna love the mystery. I have to pay homage to the mystery. It works, and it's a fun watch. You're gonna love the locations, because it's very picturesque and beautiful. You're gonna love the adventure. You're gonna love the idea of going to a distant place and maybe getting wrapped up in something crazy.
The film revolves around Sandler and Aniston, a married couple that get caught up in a murder mystery on a billionaire's yacht.
My name is Inspector Laurent Delacroix. I will now summon you for questioning.
Why is that smoke ring so good? How did he do that?
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
But we didn't do this.
Someone's trying to frame us.
We do things together, so can we please just figure this out? It's just like Death in the Library.
What happens in Death in the Library?
They died. That's why it's called Death in the Library.
You know, we were from, you know, Brooklyn and kind of fish out of water, and there were all sort of upper crusted, you know, wealthy people who all had a motive as to, you know, into who offing the man who was offed. So it kind of just was part of the story.
It was all Jen saying, we have to do something together. I can't be apart this long. You're an amazing human. I feel so sick to my stomach when you're not near me. So I said, let me just make a movie with you so you can relax.
On a personal level, it was hard to believe that I was directing Adam Sandler after watching so many Adam Sandler movies before I was a professional director. So in that respect, I had to pinch myself pretty much every day. But Sandler's so down to earth that he kind of just felt like we had been friends for a long time. You know, there was a couple times where I like found myself quoting his movies on set, not because he was there, but just because like it's in my DNA as a person. And he would hear me, and I was like, "Is it okay to? Can I do that?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's all," and he likes it. So he's just a real person that was awesome to work with.
My two daughters always pop in my movies. My wife's, she's funny in the movie. She's a flight attendant. We had a nice scene, a couple of scenes together. It was great.
The film received average reviews, meaning Sandler didn't face much negative backlash. Adam Sandler also created a comedy special, sarcastically titled 100% Fresh for Netflix. This was to preempt the negative reviews. However, it was favored by critics and highly recommended. Due to the popularity of the 6 films Happy Madison Productions had made for Netflix, Adam Sandler signed a further deal with the streaming platform in January 2020, confirming he would produce a further 4 films for the company.
You've signed a multi-movie deal with Netflix. You must think it's the future of cinema.
That and the fact that they like me so much feels nice. It's a combination. I think they've been great to me, and they also say I'm wonderful, and that feels nice.
Despite the critical backlash he has faced throughout his career so far, Adam Sandler has always had a solid fan base behind him, supporting all his productions and pushing his career further.
Obviously, your film's obviously proving hugely popular still on Netflix. Does it matter what the critics say? Do you care about that?
You know, it doesn't matter that much to me. I know what they're gonna say every movie. They're gonna say they don't like it, so we'll be okay. I believe in my stuff. That's important to me and my friends and people I make the movies for. I like them. That's the good news.
I think in the past critics have been too harsh on his films.
I don't care about critics. You know what? John Cleese said the best thing to me since you're from the UK. John Cleese, my real hero, the funniest big man who ever lived, funniest guy. I mean, and a great writer. But Cleese said the best thing. He said about critics. He said, "Critics, don't even ignore them." I'll take that to my grave. Thank you. No, who cares? I'll take criticism from somebody who does the same thing we're doing, trying to write, produce, direct, and make movies and star in movies and deal with all this. Let's see them do it, and then I'll listen to what they have to say.
Working with Adam Sandler was definitely probably one of the best experiences I've ever had in my career, and I got to learn so much from him, mostly about working side by side with him, watching him be like the director and the actor and pull it all together. So it was a great learning experience too.
Most of his fans fell in love with the actor from his early career starring in Happy Gilmore and The Waterboy. Even those who weren't born at the time of the release notably mention these titles, proving his films are now considered comedy classics. Sandler's filmography serves as a sort of comfort food for fans, most explaining that his films are really easy to watch and the simplicity inspires laughs. For his fans, Adam Sandler has a relatable appeal, an I'll always be me nobility, which keeps his audiences coming back for more. Although critics might not like the similarities in the characters he plays, his viewers seem to love the similarities in each character he plays in every different film he stars in. Making movies for Netflix makes his productions more accessible to a wider audience and will definitely keep him popular. Despite a career filled with fluctuating reviews from critics and films that didn't quite meet their box office budgets, Adam Sandler has managed to survive the storm and come out on top, proving his title as a fan favorite is here to stay.
What's the best part about being successful and or famous? Is there?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think about that. I'm just happy to be working.
Everyone knows of at least one Happy Madison film, and the actor is a household name who keeps bringing laughs to our living rooms.
On set, he's so nice and so welcoming. It makes you feel very comfortable. There's no room for you to be nervous because he's just, making jokes or, trying to think of other ways to make the scene work.
And I feel like we got a lot in common.
He's nicer than me.
We have a thing that, I think we share, some sort of mutual sort of subset of
loving of our
things.
parents, too.
Yes.
Adam Sandler is at the height of his career, and with a new Netflix deal and filmography that just keeps growing, audiences are awaiting the arrival of his next lovable character.